I'm Shay Russell from mining.com.au, and joining me today is Alex Scanlon, the Managing Director for Barton Gold. Alex, it's great to see you again. How are you?
Doing well, and likewise. Thank you.
Now, Alex, what a time to be in gold. It is perhaps finally time for gold equities to shine, or at least that is what today's conversation is about. Now, you are going to be attending the Gold Coast Gold Conference next week, ironically, held on the Gold Coast. Yesterday, I had a chat with the founder, Kerry Stevenson, about why gold, why now? But the question I want to put to you is, why gold equities? Gold equities seem to be significantly absent from this gold bull market. Mate, what's going on?
Well, I think that's probably the strongest case for why gold equities now. So if you look at the many different shifting sort of macroeconomic theses that underwrite the gold market, that underwrite global geopolitical relationships, trade relationships, monetary relationships, what we're seeing globally is a pretty overt reordering of these markets. We're seeing gold itself reacting to many of these very strong underflows. But gold equities, or the markets writ large, have really yet to digest the true significance of the changes we're seeing in the world around us. And if you consider how gold equities are valued relative to the fact that the underlying is now completely detached to the upside from these gold valuations, it is a pretty profound mispricing. In our view, it's one of the potentially a sort of once in a generation opportunity to step into these equities at very, very low prices before the market catches up.
Now, you will be attending and representing your company, Barton Gold. What can we expect to see coming out from Barton Gold over the next couple of months?
So Barton Gold is a company that's actually built around the thesis of global changes, monetary issues, and geopolitical issues, and really looking at building a base of gold in the ground so that we can then leverage infrastructure that we have to then get that gold out of the ground and profit from a world that we saw changing quite rapidly. When we looked at the world 5 and 10 years ago, we have been doing a huge amount of work in the time since we acquired these assets. So we acquired a number of historical assets and the only gold mill in our region. And last year, we published a study demonstrating that our long-term project can be quite an attractive large-scale producer. We now have an optimized scoping study coming out, which is doing a lot of PFS-style analysis. This will be coming out in the next couple of months. And then in parallel, now that the gold price has started to react to what we think it should be doing, we're also in parallel looking at actually moving our existing assets toward a production plan. So the next 3 to 5 months are going to be quite formative for Barton as we essentially lay out a 2-track or 2-stage development profile, taking us from pre-operations to 20 to 50 to 150,000 ounces on about a 15-year production pathway.
That is some exciting growth and production to look forward to. But just to bring this conversation home today, sometimes MDs at these conferences go missing. Obviously, there's a lot ahead for Barton Gold, and you seem quite knowledgeable on gold itself. Tell me, are people able to come up and ask you questions while you're at this conference?
Absolutely. So first of all, I will be on a panel conversation with yourself on the first day. And as I like to say, I am a catcher of all spears. So I expect that we'll be getting some pretty interesting questions. And that's certainly a good way to throw some out. But generally speaking, I really do engaging in these broader conversations about what's happening in the world and how does this affect gold and how does this affect the market. So I'm very approachable, and I might talk your ear off.
Listen, that sounds like a wonderful promise that I will hold you to. And for everybody listening, stick around for the end of this video, as I will give you a link to show you exactly how you can buy these tickets and come meet Alex next week. Listen, Alex, thank you so much for today's conversation. I am very looking forward to our panel conversation, exclusive to conference attendees only. It was great seeing you today.
Likewise.
To secure your ticket to Gold Coast Gold, head to mining.com.au, click on the events tab, select the conference, and register your details from there. Make sure you come along to learn everything about gold.